Hi, good morning. Okay, so today we are here and we are going to record our video assessments. I'm Christa and this is Destinee, and I'm going to be interviewing her. Okay, let's get started. Good morning, Miss Edmond. It's good to see you today. Are you still currently residing at Abercorn Street?
Yes,
10,600? Awesome, wonderful. Okay, so what we talk about today is going to be confidential. I just want to let you know that. Okay, so tell me what happened to bring you in here today.
I have a slight of a drinking problem, and from time to time, I might smoke a little bit, but not as much as I drink. And I just feel like I might need a little help so my problem don't turn into something bigger.
Okay, that's understandable. It's good that you've come in and you're aware of your problems and you're admitting that you want to seek help for them. That's a good quality. Okay, so how old were you when you first started drinking?
When I first started drinking, I was 14.
Did you drink? What's the pattern like in your drinking?
At first it started off as social drinking when I was in school and everything, and later on it just began to just double and then triple because I just have a lot going on in my life, and to like mute out my problems, I just drink.
Okay, so it says that your last date of use was yesterday at
Yes.
midnight, and the last time you smoked marijuana was this morning. Are you currently high at the moment?
No, I'm not.
Okay, well, that's good. And it says that you sometimes smoke nicotine, a black and mild, every once in a while.
Yes.
Okay. Have you ever been to a detox program?
No, I haven't.
Okay. Okay, so are you aware that marijuana is a gateway drug?
Yes, I am.
Okay, it can lead to other more harsh drugs. So that's something we kind of want to get taken care of because we don't want you to be experimenting with anything else. Um, okay, so have you had some withdrawal symptoms since that you've tried stop using?
Yeah, sometimes I'll get like really, really bad headaches, which will, soon turn into a migraine. Um, I may not be able to sleep well at night. I might get, very irritable or agitated. Um, Sometimes like loud noise kind of gets to me as well, whenever I'm intoxicated or whatever, a lot of stuff don't really bother me because I can like mute everything out as well as my feelings. So, not being under the influence of anything, I'm very sensitive to noise and
So it's painful when you're going through withdrawals.
yeah, and sometimes my muscles and things hurts and aches.
Cramps and pains. Okay. So it's good that you can tolerate and that you can cope with your withdrawal discomfort. Okay, so. And it's good that you're aware of what's going on when you're having a withdrawal. That can be good because, like, it can notate you how you want to prevent from a future withdrawal.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what you're feeling like so you can get prepared to use a coping mechanism
Yes, ma'am.
to stop further use. So do you have any current health or medical concerns?
No, ma'am.
And it says here that you're currently using pain medication
Mm-hmm.
for your pain management. Are you currently still using hydrocodone?
Yes.
Okay, and do you take it as you're supposed to,
Mm-hmm.
as you're prescribed? Okay, that's good. You're not currently pregnant. Have you had any injuries towards you or accidents, overdoses related to your use of alcohol and drugs?
When I was 18 years old and I was attending my freshman year in college, I ended up having alcohol poisoning. But other than that, I haven't ran into any other issues.
Okay, and can you explain kind of how you knew you had alcohol
Well, I
poisoning?
just know that like I previously stated, it was me drinking was at first, only socially, and me being in college, I can't remember if I was at a get together or something like that. But I just know that I was drinking with a group of people, and I wasn't really feeling well the next day or whatever, and I could barely get up and walk, and I just knew something was wrong with me. So I just went to the hospital to see if everything was okay, and it turned out that I had alcohol poisoning.
Okay, well, it's good that you went to the hospital because otherwise something worse could have happened. Um, would you say that your drinking got worse when you went into college?
No, because I mean it was probably progressing to start getting worse, but it's not nowhere as close as what it is now.
Well, it's good that you recognize that. So tell me what it was like growing up in your family. Did you have any family members with alcohol or drug-related problems, mental health issues?
Growing up in my house, we were somewhat of a family that didn't really speak on a lot of personal issues and things like that. So my dad, he drank a lot. He would typically drink before work, after work. I mean, who's to even say he didn't drink during work? But my mom, on the other hand, she was more so like she drank sometimes, but she wasn't as of a heavy drinker as my father was.
Okay, do your grandparents, any of them, have any issues with mental health or substance abuse?
No.
Okay, well.
I mean, they drink too, but I never looked at it as a problem. It's not like they were always, just always intoxicated. But I mean, they drank too.
Are your family members involved in your life? That's good. Would you say that they're positive influences or negative influences?
I would say they're positive.
Okay. So when's the last time you had significant problems with feeling very depressed, lonely, trapped, or hopeless about the future?
Sometimes I get down and I start feeling that way, considering that, I've had a lot going on in my life. I've seen a lot, growing up or whatever, and I drink, and that's how I deal with my problems.
Okay. Do you have any sleep problems, such as bad dreams or having problems falling asleep at night?
Well, I wouldn't necessarily say I have problems falling asleep, but I do have bad dreams sometimes. That wakes me up in the middle of the night, and I'll be up for a couple of hours, and then I might doze back off.
Okay, have you ever thought about ending your life or committing suicide? It says here that you were having some problems 2 to 12 months ago.
I've thought about it, but it's not one of those things that I think about every day.
Okay. So you would say your mental state on a day-to-day basis is healthy?
Yes.
Okay, well that's good. If you have any further problems with that, just please give me a call and we can talk about what's going on. Do you have a hard time paying attention at work or school?
Sometimes I do. Sometimes I feel I get overwhelmed with a lot of things to do, and I kind of get really frustrated, and it's kind of hard to keep track of what I'm doing, like stay on track.
So is there any history of suicide in your family by any chance?
No.
Okay, that's
good.
Not that
I know of.
And then have you ever been diagnosed with any mental health problems?
No.
Does your mental health provider know about your use?
Yes.
Okay, and how do they feel about that?
They tell me that they know that I should get help because they don't want me to end up, in a very dark place. They don't want anything to happen to me, and to just, let them know if I ever decide to get help and that they could, provide resources for me to.
Okay, it says here that you have a few problems in your daily life, day-to-day basis, with some headaches and performing at your job and with your relationship with others. Would you care to explain further?
Well, like I, already said, the headaches, sometimes I get like really bad migraines.
Okay.
With well, not really school for right now, but with my work and everything, like I said, I get overwhelmed with having a lot of tasks, and
Okay, so you told me what brought you here today. What do you really think that the underlying problem is?
I just feel like sometimes, I don't really have anybody to talk to, anybody to express my feelings that are bottled up inside. And I just turn to alcohol to kind of relieve my stress and take my mind off things. And I slowly feel myself slipping away, and I don't want to end up in a bad position. So I'm trying to get help while I'm noticing it right now.
It's good that you recognize that, because that can be a big step in making things go the way that you need them to. So tell me how things are going currently at the moment. Are you having any withdrawals?
Yeah, I mean, I still have my headaches and hard to sleep sometimes, and sometimes it's like I tell myself I want to drink, but I tell myself also that I don't need a drink. So it's kind of hard to like pull myself away from that situation. And other than that, I am taking it one day at a time. I am trying to slow down, but I know one time I tried to slow down altogether, and it almost drove me insane. So I'm just trying to take it one day at a time now, and not just completely pull out of it, but slowly drag myself out of it, so that way I can accomplish being completely sober.
Do you feel irritable when you're trying to stop drinking sometimes?
Yeah, because sometimes I get real frustrated, and I feel like I just need a drink to calm me down, and I try to tell myself positive things so that way I won't go and get a drink, but it kind of gets irritating because I have to now deal with it on my own rather than letting something else deal with it.
It's understandable, and it's good that you recognize what is a trigger factor for you. So how much time do you spend using, or getting over using alcohol or drugs? How many drinks a day are you currently having?
Well, I know previously I'd probably have 7 to 10 drinks within an hour, but now it's kind of slowed down to 3 to 5.
Okay, well, you're slowly improving. That's a positive.
And I've even went a day without drinking. I have.
That's good. That's a start. So what are some of your reasons for your drinking and your drug use? Says you like the feeling.
Yeah.
Trying to forget problems.
Mm-hmm.
Coping with stress.
Yeah.
Depression, anxiety.
And it makes it easier for me to talk to people if I'm, trying to get things across, and it just makes me feel better.
What are some concerns that other people around you have about your drinking?
Sometimes they tell me that, I drink too much, and it's gonna one day start to take a toll on my body, and it may land me somewhere I don't really want to be. And they just tell me that I need to get help as soon as possible because they don't want to see anything bad happen to me.
Well, that's good that your family's involved in your life and that they care about your drinking. So what changes are you willing to make to stop drinking and drug use?
I'm willing to talk to someone, get some help, do what I need to do so I can stop.
Okay, well that's a very big step, is admitting that there's a problem and that you want help. So what do you think that would be helpful to you to make this change in your life?
If I could maybe be placed somewhere, I mean, I'm not saying that I need to go to like a group home or anything like that, but if I was to like maybe be placed in the AA class or just have a counselor to talk to or someone who's encouraging.
Yeah. Talking about things is very helpful for a lot of people experiencing chemical dependency problems. Are you currently experiencing any cravings?
No.
Okay. So what would assist you in staying sober and straight? You wrote here, staying busy, taking my mind off of it.
Yes.
You're currently employed?
Yes.
Okay, and you work at a clothing store? Do you like your job?
Yes, I do.
That's good. It's always good to like your job. Okay, so describe a typical day and evening for you.
Well, in the evening, I'm normally at work. If I'm having a very rough time, I might take some time off to kind of get myself together. But usually when I get off work, I'd like to either go walking or swimming. Typically swimming because it takes my mind off of a lot of things.
That's a positive coping skill, swimming. Keeps your mind busy and not thinking about alcohol or drugs.
It's like when I get in the water, I can clear my head. So.
Okay, so who's someone that supports you in making these changes in your life about stopping using drugs and alcohol?
My mom and my sister.
And then how often do you think that you can count on the following people when you need someone? Do you feel like your parents are always supportive and your sister?
Mm-hmm.
That's good. You have friends and neighbors that can help you sometimes?
Yeah. They're very nice. My neighbors.
Okay, you're currently living by yourself, it says. And it says that you live in a very quiet neighborhood and everyone's nice. Okay, so that's good. Okay, so I think that it would be a really positive thing for you to get involved with an AA group, just to meet up weekly about your sobriety and be around people that understand what you're currently going through and that have similar problems, so y'all can remain in open communication about your daily struggles. It's always good to be around people that are going through the same thing because they might understand things in a way that you don't, and they might understand really what you're going through so that you can talk to someone and not feel like you're below a situation. So we have a really great facility that I'll give you a referral number for.
Okay.
So you can talk to someone. And I mean, we definitely should try out AA, a support group, for a while. And then if you feel like it's not working out or it's not your thing, then we can change what you're doing and figure it out. But thank you for coming into my office and talking with me today. It was a pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Okay, you have a good day.
You too. Thanks.
Okay, we're done with our first interview.